I visited there once or twice.
Great drinking holes. Ain't that right, Wesley?
Absolutely. Superstar Whiplash making his way up on the apron here.
Whiplash, of course, ready for action, as he always is.
I'll say this much, he's an agile man.
Absolutely, we've seen Whiplash, lots of tricks in his bag there.
He put up a great showing last month in his return for at least a couple of months we haven't seen him around.
And let's see who his first opponent is going to be.
Let's see if it's going to be an easy night for Whiplash.
Number 2, Alex from outside New York, weighing in at 205 pounds.
Yep, not going to be a walk in the park.
Yeah.
Blake Morris, ladies and gentlemen, coming into the ring here.
Flawless Blake Morris, a great athlete. You know Whiplash is going to be a challenge for him, though, as well as the other two men in this match.
Absolutely, Whiplash, quite a gifted wrestler.
Yeah, Morris is all smiles and hugs as we see him right now, but the man can do it and not in the ring. Flawless? I don't know, I would say that's a matter of opinion. And my opinion matters a lot.
And there you see a newcomer to FSW, John Silver.
Weighing 170 pounds, number 1, John Silver.
Making his FSW debut, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. John Silver here.
John Silver. Interesting. Any relation to Long John Silver, you think?
Maybe. Maybe that's his great descendant.
It looks as if
we know that noise.
we know the noise. Ladies and gentlemen, coming out to the ring now, Schnorts, I imagine, will be making their debut here. Making their appearance, not their debut, obviously.
Wait for it, wait for it.
After the match, because with the music you can't hear anything.
There we go.
And final competitor, the by Whiplash, representing the top, Alex from Argentina, weighing 197 pounds. He is one good guy.
Roger that happening. Roger that's happening for snot.
There's going to be some match here, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, I'll put my cards on the table. I say Azrieal takes this.
Azrieal.
That's quite possible, Dyson.
Look at that, aggression.
Morris here.
Aggression from the moment he steps in the ring.
And there you see the devious one, Chris Rex, outside the ring, a master of misdirection there. And Chris Rex was injured in a bar brawl, as it were, and that's why he has that limp on his leg there.
That's right.
Did you call that a bar brawl?
And well,
What do you mean, Mr. Saranka? I thought he was in a bar brawl.
Hey, a brawl is a fight back and forth. Chris Rex took care of those fools within minutes.
Well, Chris Rex defeated all his opponents in that bar brawl, but he did get injured in the process. That's why he is managing in this match, of course, in support of his man Azrieal, his fellow member of Snot.
Hey,
absolutely. And
can't make an omelet without breaking an egg.
As we've seen in the past, Chris Rex can be quite a dispensable weapon outside the ring, whether he's in the match or not.
And there you see the power of flawless Blake Morris taking Azrieal right into the ring.
That's pretty deceptive, I would say, Mr. Morris.
Well, gentlemen, I want to point out that in this match, it's a four-way match. all the men are in the ring at once, and so there's going to be chaos in there. Of course, you see John Silver with the hip toss. Now he's going after Whiplash. There's another hip toss by the strong John Silver, and trying to make it a third, but Azrieal able to break it up. There's a back body drop. Silver showing off the power.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're seeing the wrestling ability on display here by Mr. Silver. Whiplash, there's a reversal. Missed the clothesline, drop kick, and Whiplash pulling the trick out of his bag there quickly with the drop kick.
That's right, Wesley, and you see Blake Morris now going behind, trying to use some amateur wrestling technique. Whiplash rolls him up, only a 2 count though. Morris able to kick out, and Whiplash is caught with a spinning heel kick. Whiplash scrambles to the safety of the outside of the ring.
Absolutely.
And as you can see, Azrieal using his head out there conversing with Chris Rex.
Suicide dive. Morris taking out his opponents.
Absolutely, and right now Azrieal the only man in the ring, and now Mr. Morris in the ring.
Up to the second rope, tossed out by Azrieal. You know, Azrieal was telling me earlier today in the locker room that he's a good guy. Now, I don't see how anybody could call Azrieal a good guy. What do you think, Dyson? What makes him such a good guy?
Did you see how he threw Morris out of the ring? Tell me that wasn't good. I would say that's great. He's a great guy.
Well, he's got great technique, but his character is not great. Right now, John is just tossing him over the top rope. John Silver is a very powerful individual.
Literally tossed him off the top rope there. Over the top rope, unbelievable. There's a newcomer here for Fighting Spirit Wrestling, making quite a debut. And over the top there, ladies and gentlemen, taking out 3 of his opponents here, unbelievable. And the crowd seems to love Mr. Silver here.
Now, Wesley, I want to ask you, you see a guy like John Silver, he's obviously extremely powerful, but he can still do moves like that over the top rope. Do you think that's wise to have risky moves like that, even though you have the power advantage?
Well, this is his debut here in Fighting Spirit Wrestling. He wants to leave a lasting impression, so I would say go for it, Mr. Silver. Do what you need to do.
Here's my opinion since you asked. I would say he's working really hard to impress everybody right now in his debut, but he's going to flame himself out. That's what's going to happen.
Well, that may be true, Dyson. Right now, Blake Morris in the ring, and Blake Morris getting reversed, ducking under, and there's a leaping clothesline of his own. Speaking of power, look at how powerful, flawless Blake Morris is.
Absolutely.
I'll give you that.
Power on display there. We've seen it before from Mr. Morris.
There's a kick to the back of the skull, Imzagiri by Flawless.
Stop that momentum from Mr. Silver.
Superstar Whiplash was lurking about the outside, rather in the corner there.
Well, he's up on the shoulders of Morris now, rolling him up, ducking under it.
Whiplash, living up to his name.
Certainly is.
Whiplash always with beautiful technical ability, as it were.
The Lucha Libre style of Whiplash.
Absolutely is. Chris Rex talking to the crowd here.
And look at this. A German suplex and a fall-away slam combination. John Silver, really strong guy.
Well, he put a lot of energy up for that move, and now Azriel's here. He's going to take advantage of that, complete advantage.
Mr. Soranko had seen it happen before when someone's exerting too much energy, as it were, early in the match. Ooh, and a massive knee there by Azrieal. Azrieal taking control here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, Azrieal has a lot of experience in that ring. Maybe not so much so for Mr. Silver.
Chris Rex saying that's it, but Azrieal just gets crotched on the top turnbuckle.
Ouch.
Superstar Whiplash with other plans there. Here's Morris working on the back of Whiplash now.
Well, look at this electric chair position.
We're not in a match or anything here, gentlemen. Anyway,
well, a lot of action going on. There's a sunset flip and a German suplex. Azrieal finally makes it to the top rope. There's a frog splash on Blake Morris.
massive frog splash on the top rope there by Azrieal. He got up quite high there.
I wish he could have capitalized and got a pin off of that. It looked like he could have ended the match right there. But he took a lot out of him too.
Well, every one of these competitors has gotten a lot taken out of them over the course of this match.
And now it will come down to the endurance and the determination to see, unless Chris Rex is up to some shenanigans outside the ring, some misdirection, perhaps to benefit Azrieal there.
This match has not been going on for that long, but we're seeing so many impressive moves.
We certainly are. Oh, look at that!
Kick to the face there. Bloody thrust him in the face there.
Azrieal recovering quickly. I think he could have gotten a concussion from that.
That's the kind of man Azrieal is.
Unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen, we can have the beginning of a feud here. The way Silver and Azrieal going at it here. These guys may want a taste of each other after this match, regardless of what the outcome is.
Morris now taking advantage, just taking out Azrieal. And there's a super kick, knocks him into the corner.
I can't believe Azrieal could even think right now after that kick from Silver.
But there you see Whiplash. There's a gut buster, just takes Morris down.
Whiplash lurks about, waits for the proper opportunity and takes advantage, as he should.
Lots of tricks under his belt.
Mr. Silver just caught a right cross to the face there. These guys are going at it in the center of the ring, ladies and gentlemen. Whiplash with an elbow to the chin there, quite flush.
Oh, and there's a stunner. There's the Whiplash effect. And
Stop that rookie momentum real quick.
Lots of clothesline to the face there.
And Whiplash gets taken down by the powerful John Silver. Silver's trying to take advantage once again off the ropes and just kicks Whiplash in the back of the skull. Now he gets him up in a reverse fireman's carry, just spinning him into a Blue Thunder Bomb combination, only to the Whiplash able to kick out, showing what tenacity by Whiplash.
Absolutely, shades of Mike Rotundo there, as it were, as he hoisted him up there, spinned him about, and deposited him flatly on his backside there.
You gotta believe, gentlemen, that Whiplash, that may take him out of this match. But
Probably.
But you see, Azrieal in the corner, biding his time, waiting for an opportunity to strike, as is the modus operandi of Snot. And don't think Chris Rex will be silent to so much. I assume Mr. Rex will have some dastardly deeds up his sleeve.
And Blake Morris just powerbombing Azrieal into Whiplash. Now he's got him up, and he drops him down upon his knee.
I don't approve of that. Azrieal isn't a weapon. He's a great professional wrestler.
Well, the good guy just got slammed to the mat, and now Morris going up to the top rope.
And Mr. Steranko, as you alluded to before, this match we've seen some unbelievable technical moves, massive blasts, as it were.
And Silver now on the top rope. Oh, and there's a double stomp.
Unbelievable. Mr. Silver making quite an impression here.
Whiplash with the roll up. Oh, and that's it. Whiplash. Whiplash gets the win.
And like I said, Mr. Whiplash, he waits about, he stalks, he looks for the proper opportunity, as it were, and he took it. He absolutely took it.
You gotta wonder, gentlemen, if that was Whiplash's strategy all along, like you alluded to, Wesley. He was biding his time, and he was able to get the roll up.
What do you think, Mr. Steranko?
Well, I'll give it to Whiplash. He used his brain in this match, and that's the most important part, because guess what? He walks away the winner.
Absolutely.
Oh, Whiplash, an intelligent wrestler in that ring, and it paid off for him here tonight.
Absolutely. Whiplash, quite high wrestling IQ, as it were, with the technical ability, quite sneaky and shrewd. But more importantly, Mr. Whiplash bides his time, waiting, looking for an opportunity, as he did throughout the entire match. And when he saw the opportunity, he took it, he capitalized on it. And to the aggressor, go the spoils, ladies and gentlemen. Whiplash leaving the ring victorious.